this to this. So the idea initially was to use Palestinian artifacts, this one being the bill after the 1948 Nakba. To give Israel legitimacy, they needed to create money, right? So to show resistance to that system, I wanted to use thread as a symbolism of embroidery. And that led me to test embroidery patterns with the bill itself. I still enjoyed that transparency and using multimedia. That then turned into the study of motifs, where I looked into the kind of meaning behind the motifs in these images and on the dresses. You know, this symbolizes a ladder, this symbolizes an eye, this symbolizes a ladder as well. Sorry, it's the same one. This one symbolizes the wall of Jerusalem and the tree of life. All of these have their own meanings, and that was really fascinating to see that you can narrate through those symbols. That then turned into a kind of more digital embroidered experiment where I started to use kind of less see-through materials and use some of the type found in the original artifact, right? Palestinian currency board. Using some of those motifs as well for borders, some of the kafiyya patterns as well. Then I started to get a bit more experimental with it and kind of create overlapping between the materials, and I really liked this kind of overlapping as well as this kind of like solid lack of transparency. But I still wanted to bring back what was really successful here. So that then turned into this. Now some might see this as a failure, but what happened was I printed or used the embroidery machine, digital specifically, uploaded my design and printed directly onto what's called dissolvable material. And you can kind of see the same pattern here actually. If you look at it closely, it's the same idea. Maybe like this. You have the structures, you have the kind of overlapping shapes, outlines. But what happened was it had no mesh, it had no material to stick to, right? So it doesn't have anything to stay onto and latch on the back. So it just became kind of a loose material. That then turned into a better version where there was still some foliage, but the kind of pearlescence of the materials are beautiful. And then it turned into something like this in the end, where I was using actual mesh in comparison to this version, right? There is no mesh. Here you have a black mesh. And on top of that, you would put the dissolvable fabric, directly embroider on top, dissolve the material into water, and you'd be left with the new Palestinian Bill.